Okay, so this is problem 4.2.17, and they ask us to find the amount that results from a $50 investment at 9% compounding continuously after a period of 3 years. And then they tell us to round to the nearest cent. Okay, so the first thing is you have to identify which formula you're working with. And the key words here are compounding continuously. So the continuous compounding formula is the PERT formula. So that's the amount is equal to the principal times e to the RT. Okay. And so they want us to find the amount that results. So that amount that results is going to be this amount. It's going to be A, that's the amount after some time t. And this P right here is representing what we start with. So that's our principal. Okay. So in this problem, they're giving us P equal to $50. I'm just going to make a list over here of what we're given. So the starting amount is $50, and then we have an interest rate of 9%. So that is an R of 0.09. And then our T here, because we're continuously compounding for 3 years, then T is 3. Okay, so we have all of our pieces, and we're going to plug that in and solve for A. So A is going to be equal to 50 times E to the 0.09 times 3. So all I've done there is I've just plugged in these values for each of those variables. Okay, now in order to work this, what you're going to need to do is you actually have to do this E right here to the 0.09 times 3 first, and then you'll multiply by 50. All right, so remember that E is a special number. It's one of our irrational numbers. It's 2.718, and it continues, doesn't repeat, doesn't terminate, and there's a lot I could say about E, but I'll save that maybe for another time. So 0.09 times 3 is what we want to do first, and you're going to get 0.27, and then you're going to take E to that power. Okay, so what you're going to do with your calculator, whichever calculator you have, and in my calculator, I don't know if you can see it real well, but here's my ln button, and if you look a little bit above the ln button, I see an e to the x button. That's the button that I want to use, and since it's in blue, I have to use the second function to get there. Okay, so what I'm going to do in my calculator is I'm going to enter a second function, and then the e to the x button is what I'm going to hit, and then I'm going to plug in 0.27. Okay, now on your calculator it may not be a second function button, it just depends on which one you're actually using, but that's how it is on mine. Okay, so I'm going to go second function, ln, that gives me the e. I think maybe you can see that right there. And then I'm going to take that to the 0.27, and I get so this piece right here, I get 1.309964451. Okay, I'm just going to leave that in my calculator because the next operation here is to just multiply. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply that by 50. And we get, just bring it up here, the amount is, I get 65, and they said to round it to the nearest cent, so I have 0.498, so I'll just round it to 65.50. Okay, so that would be it on that problem.